Alright, I gotta reacquaint myself here. I forgot where I was, what I was doing. I played a little bit last night, very little bit. But I played a different colony because I didn't want to play this one and it kind of lose any progress. So I'm forgetting where we were. I think I just had a successful raid. I do want to check the weaponry there. SMG, pistol. There we go. The boys are hanging out, talking about their big win. Pistol. So everybody's got, except for Camaro's got a firearm at least. It's better now? All right, cool. Thanks, man. What are you up to? You playing some, I wanted to H1Z1, but I know that's not it. Exiled or something, right? I will have to check that out at some point, I think. If it's got you that hooked, it's worth checking out. Oh, wait. Why does somebody not have that rifle? Oh, because he's hunting. Isn't that right? Yes, I believe that is the case. I want to go in here, but I'm worried to. But I guess we can add a door and kind of go in there and see what the deal is. But I just don't see any reason to risk it right now. Everybody's good. How's the work schedule looking? I think it's okay. Probably could use a revamp at this point, but we'll leave it like that for now. Seem to be working before. I think the next order of business is some kind of fort out here. Been hanging out watching streams. That sounds pretty nice, actually. I've been having the opposite. Just got in the house a couple hours ago, but I would have loved to have just sat around and watched college football and some streams. Who are you watching? What games are the games grabbing you, or the streamer particularly grabbing you? I was just watching, was it Dan's Gaming play some Prison Architect, because I'm kind of catching a fever for that game too. So it was interesting to watch someone else play it. I'd never watched him before. I knew of him, you know, being a huge big streamer. I know the name, but I never watched him before. He was exactly, like, totally the opposite of what I expected. So I ended up following him. So I'll probably watch him a little bit in the future. Check him out. Trying to think of what else I was watching. I can't quite think of it. It was kind of just meandering around. I was watching X Factor a little bit with his 250K stream. Him and his wife. I'm sure you probably checked that out. I think that's where you said you were modded first or something, if I remember that. Ah, Nomadic. Yeah, I did see him. I didn't watch him yet, but I did see him up. Oh, that's right. We were working on this. How do I want to do this? 'Cause I'm trying to do hydroponics to, you know, about to head in eventually anyway into, wait a second, I do have crops going, okay. Trying to prep for winter, basically. And we'll take these out. Alright, so what I want to happen, I have grenades here, I have pistols here, let's go, let's get this stuff cleaned up, fellas. I'm gonna have to put somebody on hauling. That's probably, I would have to revamp that, but let's see this here. So we've got this, we'll just continue that down. So this comes in, bay batteries, and that's going to come out and supply that again. But I don't really know that I want it to, I'm not sure. I have more batteries of a, yeah, for the place at large. I think that should be alright, but we'll see. We'll have to play it out, because I think if this loses power, I'm in trouble. Not sure, though, how that works. I've never messed with hydroponics. Alright, so let's look at the work schedule. Lucky Charms. Ooh. Lucky Charms will purify that for you, don't worry. What's going on, Double? How you doing, bud? How are you faring in the world of RimWorld? Diving head first? Hopefully not hitting the bottom. Alright, let's see quick. I would like to get somebody on some prioritized hauling. And this schedule kind of looks like a mess right now, so let's see. We've got one doctor in the house. We've got a backup doctor. That's fine. Everybody else has the ability to do so. Warden, I've got Axel. This should probably be, well, you have a flaming, who are you? You're 10. That's pretty good. But you have a flaming ability for it. You have a single ability for it, so that's not bad. I'm going to leave you both there for doing it. Oh, there you go. What that is a nice welcome. Yes, it is, Double. I played, I was just telling Socio, I played a little bit last night. My wife, you know, we watched the movie together, had her birthday, just kind of hung out and relaxed, knowing we had a hectic day today. But then I had a Starbucks. I don't drink Starbucks very often. And so it had me, like, I drink coffee quite a bit, and I've started drinking Red Bull too much than I'd like to admit, but I had a Starbucks, and it kept me wired up. So she fell asleep, and the movie ended, so I came in and played. I didn't know what time I started. It wasn't that early, it wasn't that late, 11-ish maybe, something like that. And I I started up another save because I have an idea for the next save I'm going to do with this. I want it to be tundra, like frozen tundra, where you only have a month or two to grow anything. So you can grow a little bit of food to help you, but you can't really grow medicine or any of the devil strand or anything like that. And I wanted to do Randy Random and Extreme, like the highest difficulty, just to see what was going on. And I was up until easily at least 1 o'clock, and finally I like had to literally drag myself away. It's so addicting, so challenging, and I don't know, it just definitely gets me. Yeah, Long Dark. I want to play some game from before. I want to play some This War of Mine. That's what it was called, right? Definitely want to play that again. That's another good game. Kind of same idea. People are in a shitstorm. You got to help them through it. But that game's kind of funny in a really cold, diabolical way. What the heck was that door? I hope it was just my wife closing the door. What was I doing? Oh, yeah, work schedule. All right, so we're going to leave the warden there. I'd like to power her up. But I'll leave Axel there to kind of do some of the work otherwise. But I don't know if do I need all these guys here to do this? I'll leave them at 4, that's fine. So we need someone to do animal handle. So let's see here. I want everybody to kind of have a primary. So you're the primary doctor. Secondary is growing. That's not bad, but that's not great. We'll put you at 3 on that. So this way research is your number 2, right? You're probably the best researcher. Yeah, it'll be fine. So your doctor, your research, you stay in the house. You're pretty valuable to work up that doctor skill. Yeah, good job, good job. Feel free. Like, don't take my bravado of no turrets and things. As you're learning the game, lean on the turrets. It helps you out. Learn designing kill boxes and defensive strats and things like that. And you know, learn how the mechanics work. The mechanics are very complicated, man. I don't know if you were here, but like, it goes all the way down. You know, obviously they'll use cover systems. They'll use the rocks, so they all have different degrees of cover. And also, like I said, like ideally what I'd like to do, if a lot of guys make kill boxes and they do this, they put lighting out here, put lots of lights out here. So this is all well lit, and then what I would try to do is like cover this up with a roof and lots of walls and shadows, because if your guys are sitting in the dark and they're in the light, it's much harder for them to hit you. It actually has a nerf to them, and vice versa. If they're well lit, your guys have a buff. It's like very, very detailed, and that's what I love about this game. It has a lot of depth. Like just about, if you could think of it, he has, and it's really cool. Yeah, I don't like. I was just watching. I don't even remember the gentleman's name. He's in. If you look at the RimWorld games right now, I think he's the biggest guy. I was just watching him as I was warming up. I like to see how other people do it. And he had a raid out on his map. I'll just pretend this is it. Like, say this is my base. He had like a raid. Well, he was out even further, but it was like a raid way down over here. And he went out. He attacked him a little bit, instigated him, and he had a lot of mountains. So they actually had like come through some fortifications against him. Like slow boxes, basically, where they have to go through winding tunnels that don't have a door. Slows them down. They have to travel like 50 tiles, whereas your people can just go through one door and they go through one tile. And that's fine. That's little games and shit, but that doesn't bother me. But then it's like he got his people to take pot shots at him, and then as soon as they started attacking, he ran back to the comfort of his base, and these people had to like come through a door like this, and it must have been 15 turrets right here. And it was just like, and they just sprayed them down. There was no challenge to it at all. And I was just like, I don't know. Like, to each his own. Play how you want, of course. But I was just like, how is that fun? Like, there's no challenge or risk or engagement for me anyway. So that's why I don't do the turrets. Now, I have a feeling maybe relearning the game as I am, I may need to lean on them at some point. You know, if we've got a big establishment here and we're trying to get off the planet and it's the only way to make it, I would reconsider it. But in general, I don't like to use turrets. The new kill box things is a new thing for me. I will make defensive. You guys saw me utilize the doors and things like that. I try to use kind of organic defenses. Like, I'm not gonna make, like, you can say, like, right here, this is defensives. I don't really consider this is. I guess you could say this is a natural kill box. You know, the idea here is they're coming through the swamp and the water. Like, I should actually open this up so that I'm attracting them this way. But like a lot of people would, like over here, they would just build. I mean, usually people like take bigger mountains and stuff, obviously. But make a big box here with walls and sandbags to slow them down and make the people walk through tunnels. Of course, they'd have turrets. But even if they don't have turrets, then they have like a horseshoe shape of pillars, kind of like I have here, where each of their colonists can hide behind. And then, you know, the attackers then have to like go through 20 squares before they can even get to you. And by then, all your people have killed them. It's very effective. And I've used it a lot previously. But I'm just kind of ruling that out for myself this time because I'd like to challenge myself. Let's see what we can do, see what we can get done here, and see if we can just survive by putting our people in danger. And it sucks. It sucks when you lose someone in this game. It really does. But I don't know. I think it makes the engagement and the immersion of the game so much better. So again, where are we? All right, so I do have this guy going out to... All right, so what your primary is going to be to hunt. I have not found a use for the bull yet. I'll have to look into that a little bit, right? We couldn't get any milk out of it, right? You are wardening. See, I don't like this combo. Warden and doctor are usually two pretty, like... They're tougher skills to level up, so I don't like to put these guys... I usually like the doctor and a warden to be the same guy, frankly. It hasn't worked out here. Like, what is your doctor? And your doctor is nobody. You have no passion for it. Usually, if the warden and the doctor work out, like, at the same, that's good. If I can't do a warden doctor, what I like to do is, like, do a doctor cook or a warden cook. That usually works pretty harmonious that way as well. Because if you look, I mean, it's very localized. You know, a warden, prison cells here, prison hospital here, our hospital here, and the cooking here. So this is like a hub of your... So if you can get a guy that just works in this area, that's great. And two, I don't like to let them go outside. Because again, once I get a doctor up to like 17, 18, you know, where he can do surgeries with no problem, I mean, I like to keep him safe. I don't want to put him in harm's way. I usually won't even give him a weapon or anything. A lot of times when I get everybody to a point where they're all armored up, I'll put like a wizard's hat on him or something. I'll put some kind of hat, something that really designates, like, I know, like right here, it would be steel here. Oh, he's got this crazy cowboy hat on, kind of. So that when the stuff hits the fan and I'm trying to organize people in defenses, I see him and I know right away, do not put him in the defense line. Like, I would bunker him up back in the med cell and let him wait for some casualties and fix him. So I'm not really liking too much how this is. I'd like to pair them up, especially this guy. So what I'm thinking here is I need to decide on Tasha. And I think, yeah, he's got to be 19. He's got to be a soldier because I just don't have any good soldiers. So I'll let him train up the social, but I'm not going to invest a lot of time into it. I'm not going to, like, prioritize it. You're actually pretty... I mean, it's psychically dull. Jealous, what does that do? All right, all my guys have the same bedroom, so I don't think jealous is going to be that big of a problem. So I'll let him stay as a warden here, but I'm not going to, like... He's not the heir apparent. I'm not going to put a lot of focused energy into it, because he's going to be the soldier, and I want him to train up his skill. What do we got? Construction. Okay, so let's start figuring this out. Pilar is going to be our construction repair guy. Okay, that's fine. And then you're mining as 2, growing. Okay, all right. So then we got a construction repair primary guy. So let's see. We got growing guy. Who's the number? See, that this can't work here. So steel your art. I'm gonna hold off on art because I'm actually concerned about art. You have some doctoring. You have some animal. All right. So growing is gonna be. I'm gonna make that your number 1. Is that right? Is that how we want to do this? I'm not sure. I think I want to keep this as 2 just so that it doesn't go over doctor. No, Double Junior has not made an appearance yet. I had actually forgotten about that. What did we say? What was the month on that? I'd have to go back and look. I believe it was coming out of the winter, wasn't it? It only just happened, I think. What happened? You got like stomach flu or food poisoning, right? Isn't that how you died? Oh my goodness, that was ridiculous. That was one of the worst deaths I've seen in this game. That's a bad beat. I'm trying to get people primary in each job, like a primary miner. That's Camaro. There you go. He handles that. That's his number 1 priority. Construction, repair, that's covered. Growing, that's what I'm trying to pick a guy here for growing. I don't want to put Doc. I'd like to have... Oh, you're going to be researching. Okay. Actually, somebody with some passion in it, but Pilar is a pretty good person, huh? Theoretically, I could have this too for him. And you're a good miner too, though. So I think I'm going to make that 2. So if there's any growing, then I'll leave that 2. So he's going to first, obviously, handle his business. Anything to construct, anything to repair. And those are finite lists. Like, it's not like growing it constantly is going on. Mining, I tend to do a lot. But actually, I have it on this save because we don't have a lot of mining to do. But this is finite, so shoot through that list really quick. Especially if your skills are actually really good at that. Okay, good. Then check on the growing. I'm going to focus on that because winter's coming. And then if after that, I'd like you to get onto mining. Okay, that's good. I'd still like to get a primary guy on growing, but Doc, I guess you can go out there, but you're gonna get dominated by research in a little bit. All right, so let's just do it this way. Plant cutting. That wouldn't hurt to have someone do that, but there's bigger fish to fry, so to speak. Crafting. That would be a good one to have a primary guy on as well. So Camaro, what are you? You're a miner. Pilar, you're the builder. So what is your deal, Steel? You're the surgeon and art. I'm worried about art. I'm worried about if I start doing art and getting skill in art, and I start making money off of art, which we need to do. That was one of our big things that I needed to do, is do some art. so I can get some money, buy some weapons. But what's that's going to do is quickly ramp up my my wealth, and it's going to quickly ramp up the difficulty, which some we're going to have to deal with. I have a little bit of weaponry now. I feel pretty good about it with the assault rifle and the charge rifle. So I think actually I'll keep going on the art, but I'm leery of it. So he's going to sit there and do art. So he's going to basically be useless, unfortunately. So Axel, then you're going to cook as your primary. That's going to tie you up a lot. Construct repair. I don't really need you on construct repair then. I mean, I know I have it 3, but I'm just going to put it 4 so it looks different. Mining, you can always mine. That's fine with you helping that out. Warden, cooking, that's going to take up a lot of your time. I don't know if I really, again, you're a warden, my best warden. I don't know if I want to be sending you out to cut plants. Maybe I'll make, yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll make you clean. Yeah, that'll work. You can clean because you can kind of be the house bitch. Well, cleaning there works too. You're my miner. I'm just trying to think of who, somebody I mean, it might not happen. I might not get it. I'm trying to figure out a way to get somebody to prioritize hauling. Might not happen. But I'm going to try to just figure it out. I might need like one more person, immediate hauler. Unless it's like a soldier. So you're going to be hunting. I don't really need you to do all this stuff. You're going to grow. That's fine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click this up to 3. I'll push these back. So all the 3s will be 4s. I don't even know why you're in there on that. It just never turned you off, I guess, as you came in. Crafting. I'm just going to put these to... I mean, you don't even need that. Like, you're not going to craft, so just why have you? Hauling, yeah, that's fine. You can haul. All right, so I need people to have a dedicated hauler. But I have some cleaners. That's good. Who's the other cleaner? Come here, he's the digger. He's the miner. Also construction. I mean, you're actually got a lot of good skills here, too. So I got a lot of construction and repair. That's good. So they're going to chew through those lists very quick. Growing and mining. And then they're going to both haul. I mean, they're going to... he's going to craft first. Okay. We'll craft before hauling. That's fine. But this guy's going to chew up through construction and repair. Between the two of them, they're going to chew up that fast. Check growing. So he's got a list, but then he'll haul. That's okay. I like that. That's fine. I think we're pretty good. Yeah, I think Double. I think you were trying to seduce the ladies by cooking. I think we theorized you ate some raw meat. You got food poisoning. And that was a downward spiral into you going crazy. And somewhere along the way, died. I don't remember if I had to kill you or what, but that was insane. Like, I've never seen someone just kind of figured it, like, practically, like, just, I don't know, that was just crazy. Yeah, see, I don't have any way to get milk out of this bowl. Meanwhile, it said it does produce milk, so I'm not sure what the deal is with that. Alright, so we need money. We have some meds, which is good. We're okay on food. We're good on wood, for Christ's sakes. Jeez. Blocks are okay. We've still got some raw meat to process. I'm going to up this bill, I guess. I guess I could sell food if I really had to. That sounds so weird to me. Oh, it is suspend. I gotcha. They automatically suspend. I'm going to put you up to 150. Meals we should be, I just want to get this meat built up. I don't like meat laying around, even though I know it's no problem in the cooler. I just feel like that's just nasty. So we're not gonna do that. Oh, I forgot to turn one thing on. Just excuse me 1 second. In hopes of getting follows, I have to turn the Twitch alerts on so that I know that it happens. And just by doing that, I've doomed it to not happen. But in case it does, we're 2 away from my 300. My 300 mark would be pretty awesome. Yes, restart my session, please. I don't know if that worked, but we'll see. Oh yeah, you're on your mobile. What are you on? Like a phone or an iPad or something? I'm just curious how it's formatting. I don't think there's really much for me to do. As far as like changing your experience in that regard. I guess I could probably, overlays might be a little different for mobiles and things, but most of that's up to Twitch, unfortunately. Alright, Double. Thanks a lot, bud. Again, you can always catch this on my YouTube channel if you want to catch up when you're not away and not actually out enjoying life. I yelled at DT today because I was like, you're not supposed to have a real life. That's not good. Out structure. What were we using? Limestone. That's what I thought. we'll close that up. That's gonna be my hydroponic lab. So, oh, I can change what gets cooked here. Can I? I don't know if I can. Oh, there we go. Okay, cool. We can do some potatoes. So let's just switch this all up to different things. We'll do rice. And then we'll do another one. Production, is that what that is? Hydroponics basin. Alright, that worked out nicely. And we'll experiment with this as we go. Cell phone, okay, cool. Yeah, and a game like this too, this game has a lot of detail to it. Like, you know, especially if I'm zoomed out, it's probably very hard for you to see. So I understand exactly what you mean. I was checking the temperatures in here. Yeah, we're nice. We're a balmy 70, but it's July, it's June, whatever. So we have some medicine still growing, that's good. Might get a second crop of that in before. Let's before the winter. Let's just cut those trees out of there. I kind of want to put. Yeah, I guess we can put kind of a couple wind turbines in. Just trying to see where I could fit them. Wow, we'll actually fit right in there. Yeah, those rocks might hurt it. I'm going to put one that way, and I'm going to switch this one the other way. See if there's any difference. I don't think there is. Just in case there is. Solar flare. Okay, great. Ooh, autosave. You make me nervous when you do that. And some mouse lag going on. I don't like it. Let's see. Flooring. What we're gonna do is we're gonna put concrete down. I guess we could. Isn't there gravel? I guess that's paved tile. 2 steel, 1 steel. All right, concrete. It's ugly. I don't care, but it'll be effective. And we'll do this here too. That should cover that. That should ensure that nothing grows there to impede it. All right, Double Man. Have a good night, bud. Thanks for popping in. Okay, that's why, because I don't have this turned on. No, I do have it turned on. Why do we have no power? It shouldn't block out batteries too, should it? I didn't think it did. I'm confused. I'm gonna put that there. I wouldn't think the solar flare. Let's see, maybe something's changed. All electronic devices, I guess so. I guess it affects the batteries too, which I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me, but who knows? So I've got 2 sets of grenades too. I feel like I might put somebody on a grenade at some point. Hopefully that solar flare won't last too long. As much as I'm a little leery of kind of upping the ante, if you will, and increasing the difficulty, I think it's time we increase the difficulty. I think we're getting to that point where I'm stagnating a little bit. So let's start talking. I have defenses here. I have some defenses here. I'm kind of debating whether I should fortify this here, which would be pretty cool, actually. Putting a bunker, kind of same idea. Basically the same thing here. A little different, probably. But out here, so that I can add an entrance here. Because I'm starting to think that, whereas I used to defend, I used to just sit back and defend and let the enemies come to me and I need to research. Thank you. Yes, we do. I think we do. Maybe I should build this and then... It's not good, but at least I could turn on a food paste dispenser if stuff got really bad. Also, we'll do that first because that's actually something I can use right now. Fortify everything. I usually do. I usually over fortify things. I mean, I guess there's no such thing. But that's kind of what I'm getting to. Is I'm shifting in a different defensive strategy. Whereas I used to fortify and like make everything huge walls, kill zones, kill boxes, all these things, and let the enemy come at me, bro, and try. I would just fall back, turtle up, take my advantageous positions, and fight them off. And even then, like, usually I could at least hold out against much greater things. I think in this game, with the sappers that will dig through the walls at you, they will throw grenades over on you. And they seem to be a little smarter about how they attack. I'm wondering if it's not a point where I need to focus mobility a little bit more. And I'm just looking for some animals while I'm talking. And flanking people. Oh, so these are all queued up. So I must have so many little things for him to hunt right now. I'm tempted to take... Who is my other guy? Axel. Yeah. See, Axel is... There's my cook and my warden. He's a weird one to have running out there, too. I think these guys are... Alright, so I'm going to put... I'll put him as a 2 so he doesn't override anything else. But then I'm going to put him out there. I don't usually like to do this. Axel, let's go in here. Drop the assault rifle. I know he does, I know. Take the pistol. And go about your way. The reason I do the pistol, fires faster, does less damage, seems counterintuitive, but it gets him to shoot more and thus skill up better, faster. They would immediately run in here and they'll grab the charge rifle and the M16. Those are my main combatants. Yeah, these guys are there. The wind turbine doing nothing. I wonder if did I overshadow it in here with the wall? I wouldn't think so, right? I don't think so, but maybe. These things seem much less effective now. Actually, maybe I'll pop one out here just to play around. Just to play around with how things work. Yeah, I don't want to put one too far out though because it basically ruins the whole point of this whole bunker, right? But I do want to put out. I want to try. Put it out in the middle, kind of where it's white. That's fine, right there. Let's just kind of cut everything in this swath. I mean, I almost have everything queued up to be that way anyway. I'm just curious. This one I want out in the wide open. Why is this still have no power? Smithing bench. Why did I add a smithing bench? For what? Why did... that must be a mistake. I don't think I want a smithing bench. I don't think I wanted that. Yeah, I wanted an artist bench. That's what this is supposed to be. I think. Right? So why did I add a smithing bench? I don't recall. That's weird. Alright. He's out there. I'm not sure. What's that noise from? Oh, was he playing horseshoes maybe? How's this guy doing? He needs to eat. The grass isn't growing so quick. Okay, so these two wind turbines are no good for me. One other thing I want to check is... Maybe I will do that right now. Again, I'm just kind of experimenting with these wind turbines. I want to put this guy like right... I'll put it right here. I'm wondering if the plants... I don't think the plants... I don't think the... No, this might... I don't think the solar panels mess it up. So we're going to put one here too. So I want to see. And then we're going to put one here as well. Just want to see its relationship with other things. But here I do want to cut plants. Cut everything here. Clear everything out so then it's literally just the solar panels. I want to see how that affects it. I think I saw or read that these don't affect it. That guy's queued up to build. Okay, so